Hello everybody, welcome to my presentation. My name is Xing Liu. In this project, I act as one of the IT staff of Taters Incorporation. I was tasked with looking at an alternative operating system environment for the company. My IT director and stakeholders were interested in examining some cost-cutting measures so that they could increase the ROI by reducing the investment. Building and maintaining an information technology infrastructure essentially come with costs. The user of Microsoft Windows 10 have to pay software licenses to own and maintain working computers. It costs about $200 to upgrade to Windows 10 Pro, licensed for just one PC. Some commonly used application software, like Microsoft Office, are not free either. Problems with the compatibility of software and hardware can be another reason to not switch to Windows 10. Especially older programs may no longer work on it. The users might have to upgrade their hardware before running Windows 10. I chose Ubuntu Linux over Microsoft Windows 10. Ubuntu is a free and open source operating system based on Linux distribution and the Unix-like Debian operating system. Some of the promising characteristics of Ubuntu make it the most popular open source operating system. First of all, Ubuntu is free. It is a big reason to use Ubuntu Linux. It doesn't cost a penny to download, install, and use Ubuntu Linux. The freedom to customize the system is one of the major advantages come with a Linux-based operating system. If you don't like any particular desktop environment, you could replace it with a new one. Ubuntu is more secure as the malware risks associated with Ubuntu Linux are negligible. It also saved the antivirus cost. Its built-in firewall and virus protection method makes sure that you are protected. The default Ubuntu Unity doesn't need high-end system requirements. Finding a software of your interest is much easier because there are tons of free software in Software Center. The new versions of Ubuntu are allowed to run on more number of older hardware as well as the new systems with latest chips. It also comes with many pre-installed drivers that save time and frustration. I just code on the Ubuntu desktop environment, which I create in the Oracle VM VirtualBox. Here is the desktop. I also installed a couple of applications which might be helpful. They are listed here as my favorite applications. First is the planner. Okay. For all of the employees, it is a task manager with Todoist support. It is designed for Linux with a stylish user interface. It can synchronize your project, tasks, and sessions. It also supports for offline mode. Everything will be synchronized when reconnected. On the Fire, we can create a project or open an existing project, and we also can import or export projects. Here's the project. Under the project, we can manage the calendars and edit some properties like date types, project phases, or properties general customer. Okay. Can select different tasks by clicked icons on the left side. You can drag and drop to sort your tasks wherever you want, and the progress indicator for each project. You can also drag and drop and create your tasks wherever you want, and create reminders, keyboard shortcuts, export database, and more. Okay. Next is the Odoo. It is a full suite of business apps. The thing I like most is that I don't have to install it. It's actually a website, so I can access to it by a web browser. Here I have created a company named Dermtech. On the Odoo webpage here, I can download multiple apps at a time. Now I select the CRM for the administrative office, main processing facility, shipping and receiving, R&D, and the facilities and maintenance department. I also selected the sales app for the sales department. Okay, let's start with the CRM. Here should be some opportunities from which we are allowed to manage activities and costs, and log costs, and schedule meetings. We can add opportunities by click create and then enter the information here. We can also click the saved opportunity and click edit to edit some information like the opportunity name, customer name, email, phone number, internal notes, and some contact information like company name, address, and so on. Okay, this card. Gosh. Okay, now the sales. In the sales app, we create quotations to manage sales. I can create a new quotation. To here, we can enter the customer name. We can select the custom name from the list which is saved in the CRM application, and select create. Okay, this guy. And the expiration date, the payment terms, and so on. The saved information were listed here to be managed later. Okay. Considering the security of the financial information, I installed an individual accounting application for the finance department. It is the Guinea Cash. First of all, we can come here and hit the new file to create a new company. We also have an import function here as well. There's a variety of tools on the file menu. One of the things is the properties. It gives you some basic information, and here you can fill out of this information after creating a new company. Now we have the ability to export a variety of different things. On the actions, on the edit option, we can see the preference. It is going to apply to pretty much whatever window you have open. Under the actions, here's the budget. You can set certain budgets. And the business, here you can find the customers, vendors, employees. Under the reports, there are different things that the accountants need, like the assets and the liabilities, budgets, business, and so on. Here, under the tools, you can see the price database. It deals with stocks and securities and exchanges. Okay. The last app is the Wireshark. It is for IT support department. There is no need to install firewall and antivirus software. Wireshark perhaps is the most popular network packet analyzer. It monitors and inspects the packets for security and troubleshooting purposes. Once it is running, we can select the network interface here that you want to monitor on the capture. The most useful capture option should be the capture filters. It allows us to indicate what kind of traffic we want to monitor by port, protocol, or type. Okay, click network and click the start. No packet. Okay. Once there are packets incoming or outgoing, it will be shown here, and the detail of the packet will be here. When manufacturers make a computer, they have an assumption that the computer will run on Windows. They first provide support for the hardware in terms of availability of drivers and other issues. With Ubuntu, there is less hardware support. Although the operating system is free and a number of apps are also free for download, counterparts in Windows and Mac OS are considerably better. Major developers also prefer developing for Microsoft Corporation and Apple Inc. because they have larger user bases. Since most of the employees of the company are probably not familiar to the Ubuntu Linux system, they might not work well with the new desktop environment until they are trained previously. Actually, I spent a lot of time in selecting and installing the applications. In conclusion, small and large organizations can benefit from the reduced cost savings that come from using free operating systems, as well as from free productivity applications. Here's the resource I used for my project. Thanks for watching.